Hello and welcome to episode 8, 9, I'm not sure, but today's a progression episode. This won't happen very often, but it's just to get us through the season quicker. We will cram as many games into one episode and just do a post-com on it. And the first game is Middlesbrough, and we did take the lead. Freeman delivering a good ball in and then Burn with a pretty simple header, really. And it was a good start, really, because Middlesbrough, a really good team that we want to try and get a result against, really, if we're serious about our promotion ambitions. So it really was a great start. And then I think it got even better here. Burn down the right, whips it across, and Freeman heads it in, returning the favour for the first goal. And after 24 minutes, we were 2-0 up against Middlesbrough. But of course, it wouldn't last for long, as they just delivered a hopeful free kick, and Diego Fabrini brought one back for Middlesbrough. But just showing you here, Akimi got injured, so we had to replace him with Martinez, who will finally get some sort of game time, so he should stop moaning now. And I think here, Wallace plays it into Burn, and then it's back through for Wallace, and bam, what a finish. And Wallace is probably my best player at the minute, weirdly, because you wouldn't have thought that, but we're 3-1 up here, and this is a really good chance for a very, very good 3 points. And well, we got down the right here and whipped one in, and Wallace got his second, and we made it 4-1, which was, well, a game that I really should have live-com, thinking about it now. But Wallace there with another goal, and he was just playing really well this game. Same with Burn and Freeman, and they're just, if they can stay injury-free, they'll be great. And here, Wallace does complete his hat-trick, I think, nutmegging the keeper. And it's Wolves 5, Middlesbrough 1, which is quite amazing when you think about it. But of course, us being us, Wolves being Wolves, will never do it the easy way. And then we did give them a second goal. David Nugent gets them on goal, and a very good finish, to be fair. And that made it Wolves 5, Middlesbrough 2. But that would be how the game finished. But a very good 3 points. And if you think back to the last episode, that's 2 games in a row. We have scored 5 goals, which is very good. Carl Akimi and Freeman both getting injured there. Freeman's injury is becoming a little bit of a problem now. But next game is Swansea in the Capital One Cup. And this is going to be a big test. And you could see early on they were stretching us, and Montero just put one wide. But this would be... I like a cup run, but I'm not too fussed if we lost this, to be honest. But we would get a good chance here. Wallace spreading the ball out really well. Burn whipping it in, and Sigurdsson with a bullet header into the roof of the net. And we did take the lead here against Premier League Swansea, which at this stage we were looking really good. And well, we were kind of dominating. They had that chance early on, but they didn't really create much. But then they turned it on. Montero down the wing, our defence stretched. Great save for Martinez to deny a dare, but then Sigurdsson just comes in and volleys into the empty net. But it was a great save, but it's just a shame it really didn't count for anything in the end. But here, I think, yeah, this we won't mention this. It's another red card. We're kind of building up a little bit of a habit of this, but I think Bart was suspended, and I think someone else was out. So I had to play Ashley Carter in defence. Thought, why not? Give him a go. I know it's against Premier League team, but it's only the cup. And he goes and gets himself sent off and makes a difficult challenge even more difficult. But to be honest, difficult challenges or not, it really doesn't matter when you've got John Joe Shelby producing bits of magic like you're about to see. Bam! And I would not mind 1 or 2 goals like that in my team. But the problem is, the guy who can do them is currently out injured, James Henry. Do you remember back to episode 2 against Hull? It wasn't on those levels, but, you know, it was towards the end of the game, so it was a massive goal, really. But here, the 10 men of us would claw back into the game just before the end. Put it on overload. Great ball out to the right for Burn. Burn squares it across from McCallany, who puts it in from a tight angle. And we do draw level at 2-2. And we put it straight back to counter. Because I do not want to be on overload with 10 men against a Swansea team chasing the lead. And next time actually went quite well for us. The first half anyway. We held out quite well. And we're just trying to hold on for penalties. Because we're probably not going to, 10 men, it's going to be difficult for us to go and get a goal. but I think a lapse of concentration, you would call it, and they get a ball in here, and Adair is just left completely free just to head it in, and it was poor defending, but again, I'm not overly fussed, but it was disappointing, I think. And I think, well, that's how it finished, really. I think here you can see they got the ball in, and our defence stepped out at the wrong time, left him on, and he just headed it past Martinez. And we would get another chance, I believe, or they would get another chance. And yep, they did, but Martinez denied them brilliantly, turning it onto the post and then behind. But here you see, that is how it finished, 3-2 to Swansea. But I'm not too fussed by that, I think. You know, we put in a good performance against a good team, and I don't think we should be downhearted by that, really. That was a pretty good performance. And you can see here, Sigurdsson out for a couple of months, which doesn't help. Carter suspended. So our injury crisis is currently worsening, we'll just say. Right, the next match was a big one. Away at Birmingham, local derby. Won this one 2-0 in real life, of course. Dave Edwards and Shea Ojo, but they wouldn't be here today. And here, Birmingham will get a chance early on through a counter-attack. Damari Gray, who was a handful all game, running out of defence, plays it through for Donaldson, checks his run back. 2 players marking Donaldson, no one marking Gray, and Gray puts Birmingham into the lead. And it was not a very good start for us. We did start with the 4-2-3-1, and we would get a good chance here. Header back, and then Burn just anywhere else and he scored, but he just hits it straight at the goalkeeper. And a poor kick out from Martinez here to Paul Caddis. A dirty long ball forward. Donaldson, Cottrell, played it through for John Terrell. We managed to hold them up a bit here. Poor marking again, left Cottrell completely free. And he just rolls it in, and it's 2-0 to Birmingham before half time. Which really, wasn't what we wanted at all. And, well, both goals come from poor distribution from Martinez, it has to be said. But we would get another chance here. A long ball forward towards Afobe. Great play to beat his man. That's Premier League quality. With League 2 finish, maybe? Maximum. But that is how it finished. Very disappointing derby day. But, well, we did beat Middlesbrough, and that's a very good result. But this wasn't what we wanted. And you see there, Lafondra not scored for us in 11 games. I know 8 of those are from the bench, but still, he's had some, decent length on his sub-appearances. And there's Rowett just being a cocky bastard. And next, I believe we take on Bristol City away. But first, you're going to see that Wolves player scoops Player of the Month for October, and that was Jed Wallace. 4 appearances, 5 goals, and general all-round brilliance. But I did lose the recording for Bristol City versus Wolves, so I did go back into it and just recorded the highlights. So you can see the result now. We did win 2-0, and we played very well, but we didn't break the deadlock until fairly late on. Byrne broke down the right and crossed it for Freeman. And how many times have we seen that combination this season? And Freeman there celebrating in front of the Bristol City fans. Of course, we bought him from Bristol City in the summer, and that was quite naughty, but I won't moan at him. And then we did double the lead from the penalty spot. Lafondra just about squeezing it in, and that, gave us the 2-0 lead and Lafondra's first goal of the season, finally! It has only taken him 12 matches, which is quite worrying. But that was how it finished, and that will wrap up the episode. I think I'm not sure where we are in the league. I'll have the league table for you in the next episode, but I'm pretty sure we're about 3rd or 4th. Not far off 2nd, but a little bit away from 1st, I think. Derby is sort of escaping. But I will show you that at the start of the next episode and after each game. Most episodes will be live comms, will be 2 games live comm, maybe 3 if I can squeeze it in. But just for the purpose of progression, every now and again, this might be thrown in there, just where you can cram lots of games into one episode, and then post com on them, get it up, and you know, we'll start progressing through the season quicker, because I don't want to be stuck on this season forever, really. But thank you very much for watching this different episode. Please let me know below what you like. If you prefer the live comms, if you prefer this, I can do more of this if you want. But that's not the initial plan. But thanks very much for watching. Please drop a like on this video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.